guys, it's Christine Jeanelle, and welcome to the second episode of my behind the scenes series, making the video where I show you on my editing process as well as talk about my inspiration or why I made the video that I made. Now honestly, I talked a lot in Grief Struck, the last episode, so honestly I don't think I have really a whole lot more to say or more to add really that I didn't already cover. So this is mostly gonna be either a little bit shorter or just more tech talk than the last episode that I made. I did just want to say that I was really touched by the comments that were left, people thanking me for being just me or being brave to post it, and really it is just something I feel like needs to be addressed. And if you watch the Grief Strike episode, I got real real deep. So I came from a place of complete honesty, and hopefully if you're going through something, that will touch something within you to where that's where I was, but this is where I am now. That will give you that hope that you can see that, you know, I really do know what it's like. And then also the other thing I really wanted to point out is the other main concern that I have is that I went through so much without people knowing, and I just want us to be more cognizant of our loved ones, our kids, our family. And actually my cousin left a great quote in the comments, and I'll only read part of it because you can always go back and watch and read it for yourself. She said, "Not only do we all have inner demons that we keep and carry through our lives, but we also tend to be so consumed with fighting our own battles that we miss the signs from our loved ones." Which I also do include friends, because that's exactly how sometimes I feel, even though like I didn't mean to either come off whining or anything like that to where, oh, no one noticed me, no one knew what I was going through. But with everything that I was going through, I do feel like I was so consumed with my own issues that I would not have known, you know, if any of my siblings or my friends or my cousin, mom, you know, like I know they're going through different situations, but you just don't give, you know, credence to that or evidence to it or any weight to it. You're not really thinking about it. I also really love the quote, you know, be kind to unkind people because they probably need it the most. Everyone is going through something, and you just never know what people are coming out of or what they're really talking about or addressing when they address you, when they cut you off, when they get an attitude, or just, you know, people are just really mean and nasty sometimes. You never know what they're going through. I'm not saying make allowances so where you let people treat you any kind of way, but I'm saying, like, you know, give everyone grace that you want someone to show you when you're really going through it. And if you're, you know, a prayerful person, you know, just pray for them and move on. Don't try to look at yourself as to why they would treat me this way. What did I do? No, we all have our own issues, you know what I mean? Let them worry about themselves. You worry about yourself. We're all in charge of our own mental health and mental well-being. And I just realized that I said this is probably going to be heavier on the technical talk, just because I talked so much before on the last episode, and yet it's 2 minutes in and I haven't said a single thing about my actual editing process. So I always start off with the script, and in this case, it actually was a poem called Depth Perception that I wrote when I was about 16 or 17. The whole thing in the beginning until the point where I say the loss of a great love, I wrote when I was a teenager. The last 2 lines that I wrote, that I just wrote when I went over it, to kind of give a full scope, you know, about depression being your best friend and not being your best friend, about depression being familiar and going back even after you feel like you've gotten away. Just because, like I said, it's familiar, something you know. Like, the world outside of that is scary when you've been doing the same thing for 10-15 years. I really did feel like sometimes, even just stepping out to my own channel, I knew depression better than I knew my own strengths. Like, you're so bogged down with that, you don't see your own strengths. But where I'm getting to know them now, where I'm really trying to step out now. So those 2 ending lines I just wrote. So like I said, I started with the script. And then sometimes, especially my Blackness episode, where it was very artistic, I blocked out every single second of that. This one, I kind of had an idea of what I wanted to do and where I wanted to go. But they're just stick figures. You don't want to see that. So then once I shoot everything, this one actually is obviously a mixture of pictures as well as film. I will find the pieces that I find usable to the story that I want to tell and get them all in order first. And then I go back and edit them and add in the background and add in the timing. Now for this particular one, I actually shot Grief, who was, by the way, not Malik. who was it? Anthony, a Fresh Squad doll. And I used, for his robe, I actually used a Hogwarts robe. I have a Dumbledore and a Ron Weasley that I haven't used in a show yet, but I just used Ron's Hogwarts robe over top of him. But what I did was, when I had him with the Hogwarts robe, I never showed his face because I wanted, I just wanted that look to where it's not really a person, he's more of an idea. And so I just used a color preset to make him look really, darkness. Like in Other, for my representation of depression, just big dark shadow. But yeah, I added that filter, a color filter on him to make it look like he was outside in the moonlight, to make him look like that blue black. And the last step, really, after I get everything in order, get the background set up, then the last thing I do is make sure the music is right. Now for this one, because it wasn't really dialogue, I just kind of, after I put everything in order, went back and just added in the parts of the poem that I wanted to use, where I wanted them to be, and kind of just watched it over and over again to see how that fit. And then I went back and added music. And once again, this was just a behind the scenes, kind of like a backstage pass into my mind, into my editing process. I talk so much, kind of like a podcast, isn't it? I don't know. So yeah, I'll wrap it up. I'm sorry. Yeah, this is my video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I come out with videos every Saturday, so if you want to see the next episode, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell for notifications, and I'll catch you on the flip side.